This step was long overdue. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about hundreds of New York City bodega workers becoming licensed to carry firearms. Now, this has been helped by a quote-unquote secret society. I don't know much about these guys or girls or whoever they are, but shout out to them for making this happen. Now, as I said, this step was long overdue because violence has increased. I don't want to say exponentially, but it's increased a lot. Not just in New York City, but all over the nation. And the reason, there's a variety of reasons, but there's one main reason that I can point to right now, and that's the whole defund the police movement. This has caused violent crime, property crime, all types of crime to just skyrocket. 25%, 50%, sometimes 100% and beyond. And people in vulnerable situations are becoming victims. Now, we remember the case I covered, what was this, last year, actually, last summer, Jose Alba. Remember him? The corner store bodega worker who had to delete the man with his knife after the guy hopped over the counter. Remember him? Now, this poor man here, Jose Alba, was going to go to the penitentiary. It took the same organization, the United Bodega Workers, who have announced this news. It took them to come to his aid. It took Fox News. It took influencers. It took an army of people to get this man justice so he wouldn't get locked up for deleting this guy who attacked him in the bodega. And all he had was a blade on him. Now, if you got your pistol, it would be that much easier to defend yourself against these criminals who are all over the place. Again, not only in New York City, but all over the nation. Now, before I go any further, let's get into the news clip. If you want to see the clip in full without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
The United Bodegas of America announced hundreds of bodega workers are now legally licensed to carry concealed guns. The group says this is in an effort to deter deadly crimes from taking place in their stores. Michelle Ross explains.
Owners say that they have created the secret society of gun owners because they're now taking their safety into their own hands.
So it's a secret society of gun owners. Was it created by the United Bodega Workers of America? If I'm saying that correctly, if I'm saying anything wrong, y'all please give me the corrections in the comments below.
Now, this isn't to have a permit to kill, but a permit to defend themselves.
It's not even about that. Of course, you know, people, when they hear permit, gun permit, they think, oh, you're going to delete people, all this and that and the third. Well, hey, I won't ever use my weapon unless I have to, unless I'm being threatened, unless my life is being threatened. That's the only reason I would use it on another human being. But beyond that, it's going to be right there on my waist, chilling, not bothering a soul.
Anyone that's out there looking to rob us, hurt us, kill us, beware, you may be walking into the wrong bodega.
Right on, right on. And to correct myself, he is a spokesperson for the United Bodegas of America.
Because now we have the same firepower you have.
Hundreds of bodega owners in New York City are now legal gun owners. This was nearly a 2-year process, and the United Bodegas of America says it took this long because they wanted to do it safely, legally, and secretly. And the knowledge of which bodega owners carrying a concealed gun will be kept a secret.
I like that, the element of surprise. So, and you know, that's a good thing because not everyone is comfortable carrying a weapon. And that's okay. That's your right to carry or not to carry. So if you don't know who's carrying, who's not carrying, you're just going to go proceed with caution. So Mr. Luis down the block, he might not have his on him, but Mr. Rivera down the other block has his, and you don't know who is who. So you might think twice before, I don't know, doing something crazy like what your man did right here. You know, doing something crazy like him hopping behind the counter and attacking this man, thinking he's not going to do anything. You might not want to do that if you think you might get your head blown off with a 9mm 45 caliber, whatever it is. But let's get back to the video.
You don't want anyone to shoot you before they rob you because they know you have a weapon.
The announcement was made at the UBA headquarters in Inwood, where the courses are held by duly authorized instructors like Johnny Nunez. He's a retired NYPD sergeant and former police academy instructor.
Having a firearm is a defensive tool. It's a defensive tool. It's not an offensive tool to be used when your life or the life of another human being is, in keywords, imminent danger.
The group says its only intended use is to prevent themselves or someone in their store from getting killed. In 2015, Junior Guzman Feliz, the 15-year-old boy who was brutally murdered in the Bronx, sought shelter in a bodega before he was dragged out and killed. Last summer, Jose Alba was working behind the counter of a Harlem bodega when this person aggressively shoved him. Alba fatally stabbed the man in self-defense.
They're not out here to provoke any incidents. We are trained to de-escalate situations, but we are also trained to use a firearm if we have to.
Now, I want to know what the whole process was to get all the bodega owners armed. Was it a thing about, okay, you guys got to go to the range and you got to go through a process? What is the process for obtaining a concealed carry permit in New York City? If you guys know about that, y'all please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know that particular thing, because out where I live, it's pretty simple. You got your ID. Okay, go to the store, pass a background check, get your gun, go about your day. That's it. There's no need for going to a class, all this and that, and the third, even for a concealed carry. Like, all I got to do is show my identification, pass my background check, we'll get my weapon, and I'm good to go. Now, some are going to say that enables criminals, but if you got to show your ID and you got to pass a background check and you got all kind of stuff in your background, you're not going to be able to get your weapon. A lot of these guys on the street who are obtaining weapons are obtaining them illegally. They're stealing them. They are robbing people for their weapons, breaking into cars and houses, things of this nature. They're not going to the gun store and getting guns legally, which defeats the whole gun control argument. But different story. I digress. Let's keep on rocking.
Barbara Moretta has owned a bodega since 2015. She's considering applying for a license through the group.
When they see a woman, they think they can do everything, you know. But if I have my gun, so I think it's better for the store.
And as more
Hey, I shoot you one time, that's it. I shoot you one time, you dead, that's it. Don't come back, that's it.
bodega owners apply and obtain their permits within this secret society, it will remain a secret society.
Right on. I love that idea. I love the idea. So people are not going to be trying to clock you and figure out what's going on, who has what, who's a soft target, all this and that. And, you know, Miss Rivera right here, I don't think she should have went on camera and said anything. You know, just be like, just you, if you come to this store, maybe I got it, maybe I don't. You just stay over there and leave me alone. Don't find out. Because if you F around, you know the rest. You're going to find out. But that's that. Shout out to the United Bodegas of America. I know I'm saying that wrong, and please pardon me, my man. I'm sorry. But shout out to the secret society that got all the bodega workers, owners, etc., armed secretly. So when you go to the corner store, the convenience store in New York City, and you're trying to do something to somebody or whatever, you might want to think twice, because you never know what the person behind the counter has on their hip. That's to keep a nice, safe, and civil society. And I'm going to add one more thing as I close. As my man was saying earlier, it's not about having a weapon to go on the offense. It's not about trying to hunt anybody down, to chase people, or to commit crime, obviously. We're talking about law-abiding, hard-working people. Okay, I have a bodega, a corner store, I'm behind the counter. All I want to do is get through my shift, get you your items, give you the correct change, make sure I got all my money at the end of the day, and go back home to my family. What's wrong with that? And if somebody wants to hop behind the counter, they want to pull a gun on me, they want to try to hurt me, pull a knife on me, put their fists on me, if that is going on, and let's say I'm like the lady right here, okay, she might be about 5'2", okay, a small, petite lady. She has the great equalizer. Okay, you won't come attack me. Okay, I pull my gun. That's it. And I love it. I love it for that reason. It's all about self-defense and protection. Now, should we have to do this in America? Should this be the reality of our country? Maybe it shouldn't be, but it is what it is. And you got to just deal with what you're presented rather than just wishing things were a different way, although they're not that way. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your thought process on what's happening in New York City with the bodega owners and the secret society and getting everybody the concealed carry, and you don't know who has it, who doesn't? Was it well thought out? Was this a good plan? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I stand. This is a fantastic move. I think people should be able to protect themselves, not just bodega owners, but everybody should be able to protect themselves. You shouldn't be in a situation where the criminals have whatever they want to have, and it's not really a big deal until they go to the penitentiary, and they don't care about that because these are criminals. They go to jail anyway. They are jailbirds. They like going to jail at a certain point. They shouldn't have whatever they want to have while you, just trying to follow the law, don't have anything. So then when you're approached by these people, you have no way to defend yourself. That's not right. It's wrong. And I'm glad the bodega owners and workers in the city now have the ability to defend themselves. Love it. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.